Hello everyone and welcome to a new series on the channel. We're going to be starting Prison Architect. So I have loved this game forever. I've loved this game since it was in early access a long time ago. I was back in college. It was a crazy time where I just played a lot of Prison Architect. I love revisiting this game every once in a while just because it brings back such good memories. It's still such a challenge. Just keeping everybody alive, keeping everybody from escaping and burning down the prison. It's such a fun game. I want to go ahead and do a series on it. I know there's some YouTubers that are doing some series currently, not quite as many as there used to be, but I definitely think there's probably still interest in this game. If you guys want to see more of Prison Architect after this video, just leave a like. Let me know if you want to see it, just because I would love to provide some content on this game that I've just loved for years. So we're gonna do something maybe a little bit different. I want to eventually build like a mega prison, like something huge. The problem with that though is I don't like money cheats. I don't like starting off with a lot of money. I could sell an old prison that I've built before. I just want you guys to be part of the process. So I want you guys to see kind of starting from the ground up, really. So in order to do that, I think a good goal for this series would be to, make all the money on our own. So I really want to start off small. I want to build a small prison, nothing crazy, nothing fancy, just enough to get us going. And once that is working for us, I want to sell it and maybe plan something bigger, plan something a little bit grander, see how much money we can make with this first prison, and then, then go crazy on our next one, just kind of see where it takes us. So let's hop right into it. Alright, so this is the prison that we planned out. I'll give you a quick little tour here, and like I said, we are starting off small so that we can build something really nice and then probably sell it to make something bigger. This is where all the offices are going to go. As well as the staff canteen, the staff room, the armory, the kennel, things like that. We've got our yard out here. You can kind of tell based on the shape of it, this was basically all the space that we had left over. I'll turn the planning on so you can see a little bit better. We've got the major cell blocks down here and up here. So I was originally going to do, cell blocks all the way, just cells right there and right there. But obviously I could not fit everything in on such a small map and still get the maximum amount of prisoners. Laundry, parole, cleaning cupboard. If you guys are wondering about this, so the only mod that I have installed is the something something planning mod. I'll link that down below. But this gives you, it's on the Steam Workshop, by the way. This gives you the ability to plan things. So it's just like placing down a room, except you can't place a room down on just ground unless it's an outside room. So this is what allows me to do that. I figured for the sake of the video, it would be nice to kind of show you guys where things are going to go. So I don't normally use this, but, I feel like it's nice to see. So we've got the shower and everything down here, the cell blocks down here. Visitation. Now, some of these things are a little bit strange. Like you've got to come through the cell block to get to the common room, get to the visitation. Chapel is going to open up onto the yard there, but it's not such a huge map to where somebody walking from over here has to go a terribly long way to get to the common room. If I did that on like a large map, it would be a little bit excessive, but for the map that we have now, we only really need one of everything. So we are going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing we want to do, we're going to need a warden. We've got a bunch of research. Well, actually, before that, we need to turn our intake off. We do not want any prisoners. At least not yet. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get a fence before I forget. Alright, so that says wall. Let's get the fence. We are going to put down a fence all the way around the prison so you can kind of see. I want to do this like double fence thing. I think it's a little bit more secure. I do have escape routes turned on. And that's the other thing. So I turn off failure conditions just because, for the sake of the series, the longevity of the series, I tend to search prisoners pretty aggressively. I don't like contraband in my prisons, and so essentially I probably do too many searches of their person and their personal belongings, so they get kind of mad, and that leads to riots and things like that. And if you're familiar with the game, once you have a big riot, you lock everybody up, none of their needs get met, and then you kind of have mini riots after that. So we're going to go ahead and build this fence. We want to accept a grant. And we're going to start off with basic detention center. So this is going to give us, you know, kind of a little guide for what we need to do. So I didn't put a holding cell in. I'm going to convert a room that we have planned that we're going to need at some point. So like a common room. And we are going to make that the holding cell for the time being. Reason being is that I don't actually use a holding cell. In most of my prisons, I just don't really feel like we have to have one to have a good prison. Let's see, so we're going to need a door here. And that is going to be a common room at some point, so we're just going to put a regular door. So, as you can see, all of this right through here is going to be inside. Pretty much the whole prison is going to be inside, except for the yard, and maybe this like outside pathway here, and maybe that too. As well as the deliveries and things like that. But, you know, I think it's a little bit more secure. I usually do mostly outdoor prisons where, like, you have cell blocks, you know, surrounded by grass and things like that. But I'll try something a little bit different today. So we're going to need a shower. So let's go ahead and build a shower block. As you can see, I got that set up here. This is going to be inside too. But I don't want to spend too much money. Like I said, that's kind of my problem is, you know, I start off too big. I try to build too much too fast. Money doesn't come money doesn't come too easily in this game. Once you have a workshop going and things like that, it's not too bad, but at the start especially, you really have to watch the money. Yard. So we've got this as a plan yard, so let's go ahead and place down a real yard. We've got that here. And we'll get that. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so that will become secure once we have that fence around the whole prison. I also want to put in a wall here. So this will eventually be concrete wall because this is going to be our little deliveries area. So let's go ahead and build the entrance to the prison while we're here. There we go. And we're going to want to connect that up as well. And we're missing just a little piece of fence right there. And so this is actually this will turn into perimeter wall. It's a little bit safer. We'll do that once we have a little bit more money because it's super duper expensive. Alright, so what next do we need? We need a yard. We got that, or we will in a minute. We've got a kitchen here. And so I did that. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the calculators. That they've been around for a really long time. But basically you say how many prisoners you have, and it gives you a calculation for what kind of, you know, what your kitchen facilities are going to look like. So my kitchen facilities are sort of set up for the amount of prisoners that we're going to have. It's more set up for when I had all of these cells here. We didn't lose we didn't lose a whole lot of people in terms of the capacity. But same with the canteen. I planned it out for having just a few more prisoners than we actually do. So we're gonna do, and I just realized that I don't actually have a place for power. So we're probably gonna have to put that. I don't want to spend, or I don't want to take up delivery space for that. And everything else is kind of like a prisoner access area, except for the outside. And I don't think we couldn't fit anything out here. So for the time being, we're going to put all the power and stuff over on this side. And I say for the time being, but it will probably end up being forever. We'll put a couple of those there. Thankfully, these are free to start off with. You get one of these for free. And we'll go ahead and connect up the water. And we're gonna want to run the power all the way through the prison. Same with the water. I like to get started on this early just because, you know, by the time I'm done building all the walls and stuff, I'm usually ready for prisoners, and I don't like waiting for, you know, all of the stuff to come in. Alright, so they are working on the kitchen. Let's speed up the game just a little bit. We need a kitchen canteen. Yeah, we're doing all of that. How is the common room / holding cell? Perfect. So we are good to go, making this a little holding cell. For the holding cell, we're going to need a bench and a toilet. So we can just put those in there for now. Like I said, this will be a common room later. Yeah, so that's all we need there. This is going to be a shower, so let's go ahead and convert that into a shower. And we'll go ahead and put some shower heads down. The only thing you need for the shower. There we go. Alright, so they will get on that, and we're going to want to take the water. So I think we could probably get away with just getting the water down through here. So if you guys don't know, the bigger the water pipe, or rather, if it's a big water pipe, prisoners can dig down through their cells and hit the sewage or the plumbing pipes or whatever, and escape easier that way. So the bigger pipes are obviously a lot easier to get through. So I don't want to run this all the way through, so I think if we could probably get away with just using the small pipes through the cells this way. We'll have to check on that in a bit. Alright, fence is coming along good, and let's see if we can get... Ooh, we're gonna need an office. I already forgot about the offices. Alright, so we've got... How much money do we have? 28,000. Let's do a couple of offices here, and let's just go ahead and do that there. Just slowly convert the outside to inside. There we go. Put some walls up. I'm gonna need an entrance. And there we go. Actually, I don't... I hate that that does that. I wanted to use a different door. There we go. Put a couple of offices in there. So to fulfill a bunch of these grants, we're going to need quite a few offices. So we might as well get started with that. We should probably go ahead and put the reception in. And we should probably get some doors on this thing too, right? Actually make it secure. And put some... We can probably just get away with some staff doors here, because they don't actually lead to anything. Alright, that looks good. Alright, so let's speed up the game just a little bit more. They're trying their hardest to get stuff. And let's actually move the delivery area. And we'll go ahead and put that there, and we'll get rid of this one. There we go. And then this is going to be like storage and exports and things like that. So while we're thinking about it, we can do storage there. Let's see, how far out does this come? Storage. And we need garbage. Where's our garbage area right now? It says we have one. No, we don't want to do that. That was a bad idea. Oh, no. What does that say? Planned office? Oh. Well, yeah, we know what it's going to be. Okay, let's see. I don't know where our garbage is right now. Don't they usually start off... They're usually, like, pretty close to each other. I'm probably just missing it. Maybe when it's lighter outside I'll be able to see it. Okay, so garbage we want to put here. Now it says we have 2. And exports, because we are going to be eventually exporting stuff. Let's go ahead and put that there. Perfect. So we'll find that stray garbage area here in a bit. Alright, so yeah, we definitely need some lights in this place. How are we doing on that? Just starting to get that in now. We've given them a lot of jobs to do. Alright. So we're just gonna wait for them to put all this stuff in. And give them some more jobs. So it looks like they've got this done down here. We want to get a little door in here. There we go. We got a door in there. And let's make this a kitchen. There we are. So we're gonna need a couple of things for that. We need a cooker. And we need some fridges. So we're only gonna start with 1 for now. Just kind of the bare minimum to get us going. I say that and I put 2 sinks down. Is that the right way around? There we go. Put a couple of trash cans in. Alright, and how are we doing down here? We're doing alright. I want to go ahead and get these plumbed in. We're moving super quick. Only so we still need that toilet and the bench. Yeah, we gotta get that done pretty quickly. Why don't we prioritize the offices? Let's see if we can do that. Let's do this one too. Administration Center. So that'll be, you know, setting up the offices. Can we prioritize? How do we do that? Control left click. Right, so that's prioritizing that certain square. So hopefully once they come over, they will... Let's see if we do some of those. There you go. And then their AI picks up and kind of does stuff around it. Yeah, I definitely want to get those in pretty quick so we can start researching. Don't like to waste too much time in terms of like the researching because, you know, hopefully you get all the research and stuff done as you're ready for prisoners. I don't like, you know, waiting for that. I like to have a pretty functional prison. You know, at least able to hold prisoners, you know, and make them somewhat happy, at least, you know, in the beginning. Let's see. Holding still needs some work. We need a warden. Let's go ahead and get him hired there. And the first things that we're going to research is finance. We obviously don't have an office for him yet. Boy, they're really concerned about those logs there. And they dropped one. They just left one on the road. Left some cables on the road. They're not doing too good with their management here. Can we get those built? I don't like them going around that. There we go. Made a little bit of money on exports. That's, you know, that's a nice thing about that. We're storing the logs and then we're putting them into the exports and then we're selling them. Alright, just take some time to get this going. Oh, perfect. We got the holding cell done. That's good. So we just need a kitchen, a canteen. Did we get the canteen set up? No, we didn't. So let's go ahead and do that. I hear some sound of something finishing. Canteen. We are going to need a couple of tables. And one will do for now. Tables and benches. And what else? Serving table. Alright, so we're going to put a couple serving tables right here. They're only $20. It's a little bit tight, but I think they'll be okay. Alright, so what do we need next? Just waiting for those to finish. We need 2 guards and 2 cooks. That'll probably be done here soon, so let's just go ahead and hire them. Even though they're not really going to do anything. They're just going to wait around. I guess, yeah, they'll start taking some stuff and storing it. Alright, so we got our offices. And so let's go ahead and get that in there. Because we need this warden to start ASAP. Office and office. And let's just go ahead and build all 3 of these. Alright, what do we need for that? We need a filing cabinet in each of them. And an office desk. And some chairs. There we go, that's perfect. Speed the game back up. And then once we get the warden, we can get the accountant once we've researched. Right, is that? Still need a couple of things. So now we just need the canteen done to finish that basic detention center, and that'll give us a little bit of money. Did we get a wall in here? No, we should do that. And we should probably bring this water up here, just so we don't forget that later. There we go. Oh yeah, perfect, we finished it, great. So let's go ahead and get another grant. Let's see, Administration Center we're doing... Oh, cell block A. So that was the one I was looking for next, but we need to unlock finance, which we are currently doing. So I think I'm going to wait for that, unless we want to do visitation rates. Yeah, we might as well. Alright, visitation room. So that'll let us kind of finish this up here. So we want to do a little wall there and close that area off. And... you know, we're gonna need some cells here soon. Let's go crazy and let's just get this cell block. I just can't see. Let's see, how far down do we want to come with this? All the way down, I guess. Don't want to run out of money, gotta be careful. And let's just get this entrance done here. There we go, and then we'll put a nice jail door. Perfect. Alright, so this holding cell we're gonna dismantle. And we're gonna put a common room in there. Right? That was the plan, right? I think so. We're gonna need a pool table. For the grant, we're gonna need 2 TVs. Right? Yeah. I hear a lot of stuff finishing. That's good. Do a couple of phone booths here. I like to put some phone booths in the canteen, so I actually left some space on this side of the wall for them. Put a couple in there now. 3 visitors tables and a visitation room. Okay, so this is going to be the visitation room here. So later on, before we get prisoners, we are going to have these, you know, those nice little booths that prevent drugs and other contraband from coming across. But for now, so these are really expensive. They're 1,000. We're just going to try to fulfill the grant. And then we'll change that out later. I want to get a... door. And like I said, prisoners won't be able to cross this, so these are going to be fine, just the regular doors, because they won't be able to go anywhere from that point. We've trapped somebody. Let's see, is it just the... Oh. Gotta demolish some walls here. Here we go. Alright, that should be good. There we go, now they can get out. And how are we doing on power? We're doing okay, but I want to get one of those things. And let's see. We will get the power cable. Did we connect that? No. Get the power cable all through here. Oh, and I forgot to turn off auto lighting again. Alright, that's alright. So we will just dismantle some of those lights. So in terms of the lights, like in these areas, I don't really care where they are. But for the cells and things, I like them to be kind of in the same place so that every cell is the same. Because the way that I do cells is I just clone them. So let's go ahead and take away all of the lights that are in cells. And the hallway ones are fine. Just take these out here. And then again, the hallway ones are totally fine. Let's see. Okay, we want to change that. Demolish that wall, and we'll put some walls in down here. Here we go. Alright, common room is good. We need to hire an accountant ASAP. We'll finish off that grant. There we go. Now we're going to need to unlock an extra grant and a bank loan, just in case we get into trouble later. We're going to want maintenance for sure. And probably health and psychology. I know that that's a grant coming up here soon, so let's go ahead and get that done. Plan chapel. Let's go ahead and put a door on that. I'm not going to build the chapel yet, but I want to get these areas kind of fixed up. And we're going to need to get another grant. So I think we can do the cell block A. So let's go ahead and start building a cell. We'll accept that grant here in a second. And so we're just going to build a cell in each direction. There we go. There we go. Let's slow the game down. I think they're done with a lot of stuff. So we're going to put these symmetrically. Put the bed over here. And then we are going to do the... Let's see, is that it? Is that all we need? Bed and toilet, yeah. Alright, so that looks good. So they're going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to get that grant accepted. Cell block A, yeah. So now we need to raise our prisoner capacity to 15. I think we can do that. Inmate health and well-being, we're going to need a medical ward, some doctors, a psychologist. That's the plan. And then we're going to be able to unlock another grant. Alright, so we've got a nice little advance on our grants here. Oh, good. Oh, yeah, we need a light for these. Let's do the light right next to the bed. Perfect. So then we're just going to be able to duplicate all of those. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and start with the plumbing. Let's see if the plumbing will reach all the way down here. Hopefully it will. There we go. Let's wait for the plumbing. Yeah, so let's use our little clone tool. And once I put the plumbing in, I don't know if that affects it. There we go. So let's do that. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just in case you guys wanted to hear some counting. Oops. Oh, I don't want to do that. There we go. Let's see. Let's just finish off this side here. Costs a little extra money, but that's alright. For completion's sake, really. Alright, so we're really starting to get to a functional prison here. Let's see. We want a medical ward. So over here we are going to be doing the infirmary. And that's because, so this is a solitary unit, as you can see. That's because usually whenever somebody has done something to get themselves into solitary, oftentimes they need to see the doctor. So I just, for convenience sake, put them together. And then let's wall this off as well. There we go. Perfect. Alright, and then we should have this done pretty soon. It's super exciting. We're making some great progress. There you go. Alright, so the grant is completed. And let's see what we are going to be doing next. We want to do some prison maintenance. That unlocks a bunch of stuff. Can we get another grant? Yes, we can. So cell block B is 50. I don't know if I want to do that yet. Security procedure certification. Gonna need some guards, patrols. We could probably do that next. Or we can go ahead and get the staff room done. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so we are doing pretty good with this. And let's get a little wall here. Just kind of close this area off. We're probably going to need a way into that area at some point. But right now they can still get to it. Which is a problem, I suppose. Because we're going to need another fence. So let's go ahead and build this fence. So the prisoners are not going to have access to this area. And so, put a wall there for now. And they're not gonna, this will all be inside, so there's, if you guys are unfamiliar with the game, if there is like a 10 tile radius or something, a lot of people do double fences and then put like just a buffer zone, because people on the outside can throw in contraband. So that's why, you know, when prisoners are outside, you want to make sure they're more than 10 tiles away from the edge of a fence, or the edge of the map, I suppose. Alright, so this looks pretty good for now. So next episode, I think we're going to, obviously we're going to finish doing some grants, try and see if we can get some prisoners. If you guys want to see more Prison Architect, please just leave a like or a comment. Let me know that, you know, if you like the series. I want to keep doing this one. This is a game that I've just loved for a really long time, and something, you know, I don't want to say I'm great at it, but, you know, I'm decent at it. And I really just appreciate, you know, all got a couple of subscribers, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching.